My name is Junius Williams. I'm the official historian for the city of Newark. Newark began as a very famous industrial city, one of the oldest. I think it's the second or third oldest city in America. Once people started putting their money into industry, it blossomed. There were two great migrations, one at the end of World War I, one at the end of World War II. And as more and more Black people start coming to Newark, the population shifted from minority to majority. At the same time that Black folks were coming to Newark, white folks were leaving Newark. As we gained a numerical majority, we began to see the possibility for political power. This was the proposed Route 75, which would cut right through the middle of Newark. And guess who lived there? Thousands of Black folks. And this was in 1969. I put together a coalition that went down to the highway department, and we said, you cannot build this highway. They understood that we were serious. So we stopped it. We didn't go to court. We didn't have a lot of protests in the street. Black people were organizing to take over the city hall for elections in 1970. But these were the people who stopped the highway who put Ken Gibson in as the first Black mayor. And the community got 60 acres of vacant urban renewal land. And on that land, we built almost 1,000 low-income, moderate-income housing units, which still exist today. Newark is because of its people. The people of Newark have produced the momentum, the energy, the culture, the fact that folks do come together here to get things done. You got folks of all persuasions, all ethnic persuasions working together here. We just lost a great man, Reverend Jesse Jackson. And one of the things he says was, we got to keep hope alive. That's what we have to do. We have to keep hope alive. Hope is not just some kind of abstract, brooding omnipresence in the sky. Hope is based upon organizations that are going to help people get from step A to step B to step C. And I've seen that happen in Newark.
My name is Faith Oluwadare. I am the owner of House 157 and the soon-to-be Legacy 27 right here downtown Newark. I'm originally from Nigeria. I came to the States when I was 7 years old. Newark raised me, and that's just the honest truth. Newark raised me. I wouldn't be who I am today. My work ethics would not be what it is today if it wasn't for Newark. I remember seeing my mom having 2 jobs, going to work as a teacher's aide, coming back home to change into her UPS uniform to work overnight, and years later becoming the principal of that same school. The people of Newark have hustle. We have heart. We are determined. Nothing is handed to us. So coming back and giving this back to my people and showing them that you don't have to just work downtown Newark. You can own downtown Newark. So bringing this back home, for me, it's almost like a love letter to my city.
So I'm Abigail Martone. I am an urban ag consultant here at Greater Newark Conservancy. The Greater Newark Conservancy has been around since 1987. Our work has been centered on green spaces throughout the city, as well as enhancing the wellness and health of our community through nutrition education and also urban agriculture. When the federal government announced devastating SNAP cuts that would impact millions of people in the US, the city responded by saying that we're not going to allow that to happen here. And so a meeting was organized. It was an open call meeting to bring together organizations, faith leaders, community leaders to put together a plan and really a blueprint for how we're going to respond in times of crisis. And in the course of about a 90-minute meeting, organizations like ours put our hand up to figure out how we were going to support residents that were losing SNAP benefits. We had over 100 volunteers show up in support. We are endlessly grateful to everyone who came out. Some of them were part of other organizations. Some were just people who lived in the neighborhood. Some were recipients of services through the Food Hub, and they just wanted to give back. This initiative really showed that people in the city want to work together. No one wants to do this work in isolation. We want to bring together our strengths, and we want to figure out how to solve problems together. And if there is a crisis, we kind of now have a blueprint for how we could step up together and serve the community.
My name is Louis Larry. I'm director of the city's Office of Homeless Services here in the great city of Newark. We are here in the future home of the Sheila Y. Oliver Community Drop-In Center. It's been close to 4 years of work coming to this point. We are extremely excited, not just for the space, but the impact it's going to have in our community. The Drop-In Center is designed to serve our most vulnerable in our community. This is going to operate 24/7, so anyone at any time, during any weather, during the evening or morning, can come in and receive those services. I'm privileged and honored to serve in this role because I'm from here. This is the city that I was born and the city that I have the privilege of serving. What keeps me motivated is the people, right? The people that we interact every day. It is not easy. Our teams carry trauma because of the work they're doing, but every day we do see successes and we have to celebrate those wins, and that's what keeps us going. This is personal to me. It is something that I, take really serious in the work every single day. It is a beautiful culture, it's a beautiful city, the people are beautiful, everything about it is something that I love so much.
Hello, I'm Zamin Jones, and I'm a psychology major at St. Elizabeth University. The Guaranteed Education Program, it was presented to me by Dr. David Hill. He was the director of EOF at the time. At the beginning of my last high school year, my oldest brother, he was murdered, and I had to go through school like it was a normal day. I was grieving without me realizing I was grieving. And my mom, she told me that failure is not an option. But in this moment, I really needed it because I needed that motivation and I needed that strength. She sent me on college tours, and then it came a time where I went to Rock the Vote, and I came across the EOF director, Dr. David Hill of St. Elizabeth University. So what I plan on doing with my degree, for one, is giving back to the youth and being a youth mental health advocate. I found the passion for being a trauma therapist. Investing in education changes the community by helping people realize the importance of education and why they should get their degree. It helps people be able to reinvest into their community and see things from another lens and another perspective. I feel as if I did almost everything and more that I ever wanted to accomplish and things that I never even thought were possible.
My name is Nicole Rodriguez. I go to St. Elizabeth University and I will be graduating in May. Being a part of Newark's Guaranteed Education Program to me means having the opportunity to be a financially stable adult. I wasn't gonna go to college, but I got the chance to. And now that I did, I'm gonna graduate and I'm gonna be able to have a good paying job. It was a really great program, and Like 40 students were able to go to college for free, and that's amazing at the end of the day. Before I didn't value education, now I see education as a privilege. Moving forward, I would like to be an educator. I want to come back and contribute to Newark because I went to Newark public schools. My whole life I've been raised in Newark. I just feel like I need to come back because it's a duty, not just because I got my scholarship through Newark, but because there's a lot of hope and there's a lot of inspiration inside of Newark.
My name is Jaden Smith and I'm a student at St. Elizabeth University. I was raised in a single-parent household with my mother, Erica Johnson. I went to school, Eagle Academy for Young Men of Newark. Honestly, I just tried to go to school, do my best for my mother. It was hard though, because not having a dad is interesting. I'm trying to help out my mom, having to be the man of the household. My mom talked to me about going to college. She never got to finish, but she always wanted me to do my best, and she felt that college would be the way to do that. I'm excited about the opportunities the Guaranteed Education Program has provided for me. When I heard that I would be going to St. Elizabeth for free, I felt relieved because I didn't necessarily want my mom to pay for college. My journey as a student at St. Elizabeth leading up to graduation in May has been honestly really great. I've made some lifelong friends. The professors here are really helpful in terms of the classes and also just bringing like a positive energy. They want the best for every student. I've experienced things I've never experienced before. As I prepare to graduate in May, I'm excited about the future and my possibilities. I want to use this opportunity that I've had to get back to the city of Newark by actually becoming a social worker or working with the Brick City Peace Collective and just helping people that need help, guiding the youth, and striving for a better tomorrow. I feel like it's important for me to get back to Newark the way it's gave to me because that's my home. And I also feel like I want to give back. They gave me this opportunity, why not give it back to them? I believe in the city. There are people here that want to make a difference, that want to help, that want to see the community grow. The next chapter in Newark is going to be phenomenal, and I am a part of it.